I turn that shit up, mate.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Tryna catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought it was clothes, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more.
His brain's gone, nigga.
It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting.
We really hit it, nigga.
We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hit us, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals.
Break that shit down, nigga.
AK or anybody kill him. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. Stay on point, C2 gon' split him. LN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner.
5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops, Draco. I got them all, you don't want no.
I got all those shit, nigga.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get this crazy, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get this squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding.
All right, what's up? What's up? Peace and blessings to everybody out there. Peace and blessings to everybody out there. I want to start off with my guy. With the Queen, Ariana. Peace and blessings. Shalom, Queen. Icon Canadian. Shalom. Peace and blessings, King. All things. Peace and blessings, my guy. Peace and blessings. Terrell Davis, TD. Denver Broncos. Peace and blessings, homie. Boxer Breach with D1. Peace and blessings, homie. Anthony Lasons. Peace and blessings, King. Aqua Flex. Shalom, King. Peace and blessings. Denard Hill. Shalom, King. Peace and blessings. Reggie Milligan. Peace and blessings, King. Strap Season. Peace and blessings, King. Grown Man Boxing. Peace and blessings, King. Brian King Falcon. Peace and blessings, King. All right. So just to let y'all know, all right, Key already said she's gonna be a little late today. And you know, I'm gonna hold it down. But your boy, he kind of hurting today. But you know, we're gonna get this boxing out the way. Kello Netta, peace and blessings, King. Anybody want to come up here with me and rock with me, you can. I mean, you know, I ain't gonna be able to rock it like I used to. Brandon House, peace and blessings, King. We're gonna get this boxing out the way though. But yeah, it's one of those days right there. But you know, we get live in this bad boy though. Drop the link. Yeah, I wasn't gonna come on, but I said the hell with it. You come see my people today, you know. So anybody want to get up here, just let me know. But that whole boy, Shalom King, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. All right. Well, y'all know it's Monday. We got a new fight this week coming up. We got my guy coming this weekend, David Morrell. But ain't this the we got Hanos as well? So we got the Hanos crew fight this weekend. We got the Morrell crew fight this weekend. Now, if I'm not mistaken, on the Haney card we got Cruz. Cruz is on that card. What's his name? Cruz that beat Keyshawn Davis. We got Andy Cruz over there. Oh, David next weekend, Anthony Lathan. Okay, cool. So wow, Showtime gonna put on a fight 2 weekends in a row. Because Showtime also made another they just made frequent flyer salute, King. Showtime also just made another fight card before the year over with it's a New Jersey fight card. It's Vito Milnicki Jr. They doing him a quick turnaround from what he did on the Benavidez card. He's headlining his very own card in New Jersey in December. The end of December. It's gonna be Showtime's last event. And it's like 10 fights on that card. All the headlines are from New Jersey. They have like a New Jersey card. It's either 8 to 10 people on that card. Plus the challengers. But that's going to be a big night for boxing too. I would like to see that too. I don't think it's pay-per-view though. But Showtime is still premium boxing. Still premium. Yep. So we got Hanos this weekend versus Regis. Now, I'm not taking that away from Devin Haney. He's a great fighter. Everybody knows that. But Regis is a bad matchup for anybody. Regis is like that daggone Mexican fighter, that Julio Cesar Chavez, you can't get out your damn way. Because Regis, he does everything gratefully, but he does a lot of stuff good. And his herky-jerky movements are pretty good. He has pretty good power. He has a pretty good chin. Now, a lot of stuff Devin doesn't do so well. So we're going to see how that measures up with the breakdown as well. Because they'll need some of Julio's steam as well to go into it. So, it's going to be like that motherfucker fighting Shang Tsung a little bit. It's going to be a good match. It's going to be a test of metal. But if Regis loses, if he don't get too badly hurt, then he come back and fight Devin. Or he come back and fight the rest of the people at 140, he become a glorified gatekeeper. Because that's what this fight's going to do. They're trying to stop Regis in his career, since he's done got so far in his career in age. And they're trying to feed him to the young blood. Trying to pad the young blood's resume. Anthony Lathan. I had thought Montana Love pulled out the fight, but if he does fight him, that'd be a good one. Nah, I didn't get a chance to see it, Brian King. Tell me about it. Was it this weekend, Brian? Sorry about that, y'all. Well, I don't know, Brian. I'm with you answer. Like, if it was this weekend, nah. My daggone arthritis and my wounds have been killing me this weekend. It's been cold and rainy all weekend. And today, it's just now starting to stop raining. All right, I'm going to go watch that Anthony Lathan. Because the other shows I was watching, this shit seemed forced with Regis and his with Devin. That shit seemed forced, like it was nothing authentic or genuine about it. And that's one thing about me. I'm a sentimentalist as such in boxing. I like things to be genuine and authentic. Like that's just me. But if it's like y'all say, I check it out after this right here. Yeah, I'm probably doing it. Yeah. So Loma is taking a lot of heat as well. It seems like he gonna face for the IBF champ. But one thing about that right there, he has a charge. And it's innocent and proven guilty. And you got this type of protection. But when it's the other way around, it's guilty to proven innocent. Same place where Sergey Kosakelev came, registered hands, beat this girl in his life, punted the dog, broke the dog back and neck, and popped another guy and still walked away. Charge dismissed. That shows you the difference and travesty in this thing. Hey, frequent flyer, hop up here, bro. I might need your help. I gotta take me some more medicine too. Anybody else want to get up here and talk? Y'all can get up here and talk. It's a free box until Key get here. We just go talk boxing. Like I said, it's not a good day. Coach Amber, you can get up here too, Queen. Drop your thing about the fight getting canceled with the girls. Strap season, it should be born. I mean, strap season. I paid $60 because he fighting a great fighter, and I always said if people fight the fights that I want, I'm gonna support it regardless. I didn't know that I wanted Regis versus Davis. I didn't know that I want Regis versus Devin, right? But I'm glad I'm getting it. Black all day, Shalom King. But I'll take what I can get. All right. Maybe Coach Amber can hop up here, though. Yep. I don't think it'd be boring, though. Because Devin said all that stuff. See, Devin basically set himself up. Because all that stuff he said about Shakur, the fight not being big, and all that stuff right there, he basically set up where he has to go out there and get the KO. Because if he don't get the KO, then it's gonna look bad on him. So he has to go out there. Jay Dixon salute. He has to go out there and make this fight exciting. And see, that's the thing right there. I heard people talking about, like King said today, they should get Devin for fighter of the year. And if he beats Regis, He'll no doubt be a candidate, but you can't say he's a sure in for that because he beat if he beat Regis, he got one loss, and he beat Loma. He beat a guy with multiple losses, but he struggled in the fight with the guy with multiple losses. Plus, it was controversy. They asked him, so and he didn't. So the arms removed as a penalty. So you can't add that in. But like I was saying, I would give it to either Benavidez, because Benavidez fought an undefeated and a one-loss fighter, and it was tough fights. Or Monster Inoue, because when he fight this other guy, he has a chance to be undisputed again. So he could be undisputed, became undisputed in 2 fights. You got to get that to a person right there. You got to. And if I hit the finish, Crawford beat the baddest man in the game. He beat Earl Spence. Nobody else said. So yeah, it's right to give these guys their justice and give them their revenge. Because that's also part of boxing. Just like who was that? Who was that came hell, Tara got his revenge before. Adonis got his revenge before. Any year Sunday or Saturday, a boxer can't get knocked out. People don't realize it, but it only takes 15 pounds of pressure for a boxer to go out cold. That's all it takes. So when a boxer get hit elbows and shots, they taking more than 15 pounds of pressure. They just built up their neck muscles and stuff. Nah, Baki, I'm not hot. I'm in pain today, buddy. That's all. I said it earlier, my thing hurt. And I ain't even on my meds right now. I'm not. I'm about to take them in a second, though. Yeah, I ain't got time out, y'all. He didn't know. Yeah, let him out, Brian. He didn't know. Bring him back, Brian. I mean, Baki didn't really know. I don't want to punish him for that. Y'all give me 1 second. I'll fix this 1 second. Take a shot real quick. Hold up. All right, y'all. I'm back. Shit, I didn't want to do that. We already know what that shit does. I mean, it get rid of damn pain, but y'all know that shit make me bad pass out in like 30, 40 minutes, though. Shit. We keep that thing worried about it. We good. We good. Fuck it. Oh, shit. Thomas Hill, what's up, King? Yeah, see, Baki, I had an incident last year and almost didn't make it, but I did. And so, like, when I take my meds, they stop. It suppresses the pain and everything. But when I take them, after a while, they make me sleep and I've been passed out on here. So I try to wait for a while before I take it. because if I don't wait for a while before I take it, before the show over, I've been passed out. So that's why I sit there and go through pain a little bit and try to make it like halfway through before I take it. But y'all saying it's like, so the hell with it. I just I went ahead and took it because no, I'm good, bro. I'm good. I mean, shit. So I just took it. We're gonna rock out to I guess I'll rock out. Well, Key will probably be here by then anyway. And my boy Thomas Hill here, he can hop up here too now. Shit. Oh, that's right there on the ticker, Aka. All right, sorry about the slow start, people. Whew, I should feel a whole lot better. And I feel better. Shit. But let me tell y'all about this weekend, though. Raw, what's good, King? Peace and blessings, Raw. What's up, homie? But yeah, bro, this weekend I told y'all that since it's Monday, but again, some peace and blessings, homie. But yeah, this weekend we told y'all what those fights are gonna be like. And see, your boy, people forget, Kid Austin, he's also in the 135 division. He's in that class, he's in that new class. So him, Abdullah Mason, what's your boy name? The Vargas boy, all of them. I was talking about who? Coach Amber? Hell, Coach Amber, I don't even remember right now. My whole head different right now, Coach Amber. I don't even remember what I was talking about. But yeah, 135. People try to say that the 135 division done died. I think it's just now getting hot. You got fighters like Emilio Vargas. You got Abdullah Mason. You still got Keyshawn. You got Shakur Stevenson. We got William Zapata. We got Edwin De Los Santos. We got Muratalla. We got let's see. We still got Frank Martin. Still got Pitbull Cruz. What's up, Sports Prediction? Like, we still hot in the spot. We still hot in the 135 division. I feel like if anything, it might be getting hotter. Now, I ain't gonna lie, the 140 division is hot as well. And Devin going up there, that needed cooled off or made it even better because they had some stars emerging. But now they just added another piece. It's like when Golden State, they added KD to the lineup. They already had the chip. But all they did was just make the chip a little bit better. Because from what I've been hearing, it's been speculated that Gervonta Tank Davis might be working on a fight with Gary Antoine Russell. Gary Antoine Russell, who was 135-7 in his last fight. Now, Antoine Russell, 19-0 with 19 knockouts. And I tell y'all about those middle divisions, like the 140, the 130, the 122. These are not premium divisions. Oh, yeah, strap season. We also got Andy Cruz at 135. But these ain't premium divisions right here. So, fighters want to be in the premier divisions. So when you're in the premier divisions, then that's a whole different story. That's where the big fights are made. And Aquaflex, I heard what you said, bro. I just put it up on the screen right there. It's going across the bottom of the screen, Aqua. Yeah, boxing is a great place right now, Bullet. And I hate the fact that Devin Haney put all that pressure on himself. Because I don't want him to have to put pressure on himself and then he go out there and get knocked out. Because the way he sat there and talked about Shakur fighting and all that, now Devin has to go out there and he has to really try to put on a clinic. Like, he has to go out there. He's going to have to be engaging. He's going to have to go out there making a firefight. And Regis, And shout out to my guy Aka for that bag of that dope. The little bag of dope of the cash. I appreciate you, Aka. Sports predictions 1-on-1. I gave out winners in boxing and football this past week. Even my biggest predictions on 49ers beating the Eagles and covering the spread as well. Check in with me before you place those bets. Oh, bro, I don't even bet NFL. I bet college, and I be tearing their ass up in college, bro. I bet college and boxing. That's things I know right there. I know college. I know college, and I know boxing. You know, NFL got too many variables. I used to bet NFL all the time, right? I used to bet NFL all the time until I got tired of the bookie. Every time my shit be close, need like 2-3 points, and they don't want to get the ball no more. But yeah, you can drop your link if you want to, bro. If you be gambling, you know, there's a lot of gamblers in here. We love to gamble. We love to make money. We like to do all that right there. So anybody that want to gamble, sports prediction, you drop your link in the chat, bro. Ain't no problem. Yep. That's all I know about that. I used to gamble when I was gone. I know how that thing be. Justin Hawkins, peace and blessings, King. But let's Coach Amber, she's up here. I want to talk about Ryan first, right? A lot of people was talking about what we was gonna see off of Ryan. But first, let me let Coach Amber get her speak real quick. Go ahead, Coach Amber.
What's going on, Upper? What's going on, chat?
What's going on?
You want to talk about Ryan?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna talk about first. He said she's gonna be a little late today, so yeah.
It wasn't pretty, but he got the job done.
You know what?
It wasn't pretty, but he got it done. I'm a little concerned because he looks like he's experimenting again. However, he did listen to Coach Derek, at least certain parts that he needed to. When he told him, like, hey, you need to press him more, he at least took that part, which was the most important part. I mean, I still feel like he's experimenting a little bit. To me, it wasn't exactly pretty. Although I was impressed how much he was using his feet. Wasn't pretty, but he got the job done. He got the KO. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah, I think. All right. I feel like Ryan did pretty good for the first day out from Derrick James, right? I think Ryan had learned so much new stuff. He was like a kid with a new toy. Matter of fact, I think he was the
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I think he had a kid on Christmas. They just got a whole bunch of gifts, and he don't know which gift to play with. I think he was out there and he got overwhelmed, and he wanted to see which gift should I use. And see, he even had the gift of defense that Floyd gave him, because Floyd was been teaching him that shoulder roll and everything, right? Even though Ryan even said Coach James told me not to do it, but Ryan was out there, and I felt like he wanted to try some things, and that's what he did. Brian King, he had learned, but what it was, he went out there, Coach James got him in a style more good to him. Coach James is turning him into a boxer puncher. He's a boxer puncher. And that would be great for Ryan because Oscar De La Hoya was a boxer puncher. Those type of people they got power, they got speed, and they got good quickness. And if a person follow them, those are the worst people to fight. Because if you follow a boxer puncher, you can walk into something that's hilarious. That's how he has Jermell Charlo. That's how Charlo did Brian Castano. Remember when Charlo was on his toes the whole night and Castano walked into that ass whooping? That's how Derrick James has Ryan Garcia. I feel like Ryan Garcia, he wasn't in the best shape in this fight. It was his first fight at a true 140, and he was overweight. So I feel like those extra 4 pounds that he had affected his stamina. But I feel like he was in there. Everything. Shout out to my guy Big Dog with it with the $2 biscuit. He say salute to the diabolical, infamous, notorious Haney coat. Yeah, salute to them boys right there. They moved the goalposts for nines chat today. But yeah, I feel like Ryan was in there. Stuff was working good. The stick was working. And it was like, salute Icon Canadian. I feel like he wasn't used to doing this well in the fight. Like he was feeling real good against a quality opponent. So then he started feeling like he couldn't be touched. And I feel like he wanted to try the other stuff that he learned, like he wanted to use that half-baked Philly shell that Floyd had been teaching him. Because I've been telling people Floyd has been teaching Ryan defense. And y'all know what Floyd defense is, the Philly shell. Well, Ryan had the Tijuana shell that night because that thing was wide the hell open. Everybody was crossing that border. That shit was the Tijuana shell. It wasn't blocking nobody out. But
You see, that's my thing though, Upper. Like this, like he got the W. I give him his credit because Oscar, he used to spar with Virgil, and Virgil did say that he's heavy handed. But he just scared me a little bit because it's like, bro, you can't play on nights that you're supposed to be tested. You know, like don't experiment. And that's the only thing he's been known to experiment. The Philly shell did surprise me a little bit, but he did look good on his feet. And yeah, like I agree with what you said. Like he looked like he was adjusting to the weight.
When's the best time to practice? Game time is the best time to practice. If you ever play sports, when people are blowing out the opponent, right? Whenever you blowing out the opponent, what you do? You send your backup in, and you let your backup get them some practice in. You feel me? You let them go out there and get their practice on. And I feel like Ryan was testing out some of his skills because that's the best way to practice is on somebody that can is like you practice on somebody that you can damn a real life situation.
That's just the trainer in me. That's just the anxiety as a trainer in me.
You know,
like that's all that is.
Like if you practice something in sparring or if you practice something in the gym, you probably want to see how it works in real life situations. And I feel like Ryan, he learned some things from Floyd and he learned some other stuff and he wanted to see how would this translate in a real world environment. And he seen it. He was getting that damn Tijuana taco was getting his ass beat up. He had a Tijuana taco when he was trying to put the Philly shell. But he didn't get better. That was on his first time. Dr. Mark, peace and blessings, King Shalom.
But if I was Derek James, I would be a little frustrated. Like, well, I'm not gonna assume, what their game plan was. Ryan did look really good moving back and forth. But if the Philly shell was never in our plan and I was Derek, I would be livid. I would be livid.
You didn't see him? Salute Cash Crypto and Patrick Bill. Derek James was hollering at him, asking what the fuck he was doing. And Ryan even said Derek got mad when I did it, but I was trying something. You remember he said that?
I would be too. I would be too. Like, what are you paying me for? What did we do this 6-week camp for? If you're gonna go and listen to somebody else, then hire that mofo.
He even said Derek told me before the fight, don't do that. But you gotta realize.
So has Ryan really broken his habits? He did look better. You could tell he put on the muscle.
I think like once. I think he got caught with that chin up once. And then I think he snapped back out of it because early in the fight when he was backing out, he backed straight up and Duarte caught him upside the chin once. And that's when I said, yeah, Ryan's chin looking a whole lot better because he ate that thing right on the button. Duarte caught him.
Then one of my fighters, I would have slapped him. Would have straight up slapped him. But then again, my fighters wear headgear, so I would have been livid.
Yeah, he caught Ryan backing up with a right hook. Caught him dead on the chin. And Ryan took it, backed up, and then after that, Ryan remembered to keep his damn head down. But I said, okay, Ryan got a chin because it should have put his ass down because it was a clean shot. If it had been Tank or somebody, his ass would have went right back down. But we also seen him get up from a tank shot too, so we know he do got a chin.
Well,
You know?
Ryan need to be careful because if I know Derek, I think I know Derek. Like it's
Oh,
like yeah,
he they
regardless of the
say he gonna
money,
be back
Derek's
in the
good.
tank.
Like if you're not gonna listen, then go ahead hire somebody else. But
Nah,
Derek,
this
he's got a
Charlo had
soft
that part
heart. He's got
early.
a soft heart. He'll give him a few more chances before he's like, all right, you know what, you do you.
Yeah, he will because you know he did it with Charlo. And he know Ryan is young and he done took the liking to Ryan. He already said he liked Ryan. So, plus, the boy young, he ain't really had no really great formal coaching besides his dad. And we know how far his dad can get him. He had people
Well,
like
I've
Joe.
always said that about Derek. Derek has like this bleeding heart. Like he has like yeah, like everything he does for the Boys and Girls Club, like he has this bleeding heart. Like he um he likes the underdogs. He likes the runt of the litter. Like yeah, he likes the underdog. Like the people that try to are counted out. Those are the ones that he would rather help.
Hey, bro, we not even
So
about to start. Hold on, we not even about to start this today, bro. So get the hell from back there. We not even about to start this dick player.
I told you, make him turn on the camera.
Now I already know who he is. I got the alert, and his name is Dre Day. Is easy something.
Well,
He
Dre
probably
Diaz like fishnets.
that's Key right there. That's Key and Garcia.
Okay.
I
Oh, it was. Oh, okay. I see it. Yeah, I see.
already know who this dude is, though. I already know who this dude is. He think he's slick, but he ain't cover his tracks well. Me and Key already know who this guy is. We know who this alcoholic motherfucker is. Good evening, Key.
Hey, you guys. How are you? Hey, Coach. Hey, hey, Coach. Hey, Upper. Which I was listening to the Cook, the Great Bill. How y'all doing today?
I'm
You
fine. Hey,
just in
Key.
time as usual.
Hey,
As
Key.
usual, just in time.
Hey, Key, I'm gonna need you and Coach Amber to hold us down for like 10 minutes. I'm about to make me some coffee because I had to take my shit early.
Got you.
Because I was dying earlier and I had to take it. So you know how that shit do me in a while. Especially you know.
Yeah, I got you.
All right,
Uh,
let me take this.
okay. I want to
Make this
give a
coffee.
salute. I want to give a salute, y'all. We got another fight weekend down. We got about 3 more to go. Golly. Like 3 more to go. Let me go ahead and get yes, my thumbnail today is inspired. This is dedicated to Oscar De La Hoya. Queen Ariana, what's up, Queen? I felt like, this was very befitting for Oscar. Now he did y'all see the jab? I'm gonna get through that because I got a couple topics for us to discuss today, man. But I thought that, I don't mean to disrespect the great like that, but I don't like how he came at Ryan. I can't even stunt. Like if I had a picture of B Hop that was crazy looking, I'll put it up there too. I promise you, I will put it up there too because I don't like how Oscar and all of them played. I'm gonna get into it um in a few, but let me do my shout out. That whole boy, shout out to you, Justin Hawkins. All things hashtag fishnets. You already know I'm petty. I don't know why y'all I told y'all I'm petty. Frequent flyer. Shout out to you, King, Bullet Gibson, Patrick Bell, Queen Ariana, a kilo netter, Cash Crypto. How you doing, King? Brian the King Falcon. How you doing, King? Let me see. Ray Davis, Sports Prediction 101, Strap Season, Big Dog Willie. How y'all doing, man? Is Queen Ariana the only one in the building? That's my only queen besides me and Coach Amber. Key Alexandria, change the pick. It's disturbing. No.
I
No.
don't want to hear that because Khan has his own issues too. Khan has his own issues too. I ain't trying to hear that.
Exactly. No. Aquaflex. Hey King, how you doing? There you go. I was looking, okay. I got Aquaflex, I got all things, I got Cash, Bullet, you know what I'm saying? Queen Ariana, Brian, my day ones basically are in here. So I know I got them out the way. Thomas Hill, I ain't get you, King. Another day one. How you doing? Just do boxing. Shout out to you, King. No, I'm finna be petty today because Coach Amber, and I'm sorry, I changed it after I'm done talking about Oscar De La Hoya. Now he is an all-time great. I do not take that away from him. I'm not gonna take it away from him. But I felt like he showed a lot of love. If you go back and watch the press conferences for Kid Austin and Ryan Garcia, oh, they was loving that with Kid Austin. And don't get me wrong, Kid Austin put on a spectacular, 30-second performance because it lasted 22 seconds. It lasted 22 seconds. He got him in and got him out. He had stuff to do. Obviously, it was a lot of stuff on his schedule that we didn't know about. Because he got him up out of there. However, I thought that the way that Oscar De La Hoya was talking about Kid Austin and the way he smiled, his whole demeanor, y'all, changed. And then you go from that to Ryan getting the 8th round KO, and he's subliminally throwing shots. Yeah, that was a tough opponent. I'm surprised he went that way, but we got more years to come. He's basically letting see y'all, a lot of y'all didn't pick up on it, but I picked up on it. He's about to fight Ryan legally, because he said basically in so many words in that interview, Ryan ain't going nowhere. We're gonna be doing this for some time, for some years to come. That's what he said. And I don't have no respect for that, because that boy don't like you. Ryan is like, how Ryan feels about you guys. Now, some are saying that this is just a way for them to promote their fight and everything else. I don't think so. Not from what I've been hearing, the stuff that's been going on behind the scenes. They real deal have beef. And I took away from that that little interview that he gave, that Ryan got an uphill battle. And to be honest with you guys, I think that's one of the reasons why he's still talking stuff about Tank. From Saturday's showing, Ryan can't beat Tank in a rematch. From what I'm seeing thus far, that's over with. However, I think Ryan is trying to make the big fights right now because he probably see these legal fees that's about to come. Because I don't know, man. Like Oscar said, for years to come, we're gonna keep doing this for years to come. He and I. So I don't think Oscar is ready to let Ryan go. And y'all know how people can, how that can go. Coach Amber, what you think?
Okay, remember last week when I was like, there's a rumor that Oscar was trying to. First of all, why would you just go to a private gym and just show up and expect them to give you entrance?
Because he's Oscar De La Hoya. That's why. That's what he thought. Hold on one second.
I ain't gonna disrespect that man, because he was one of my favorite fighters inside the ring, not outside, but inside.
Yep.
Okay. I don't know if it was on Fight Hub or Fight Hype. I always get them confused. And Oscar said, he was like, I always try to go and wish my warriors luck. And I was denied access to one locker room, which would be Ryan Garcia. And then it shows him, hugging Oscar Duarte. And it's like, bro, like, you legally are not allowed to talk to this man in person. Why you keep trying? Like, am I the only one that is alarmed by that? Like, he flew all the way to Dallas.
Now you see what I'm saying, the pettiness. You get it? Now you see the pettiness that I feel as though he's being petty because he knows that he can. Like, yeah, Ryan Garcia, you might be an internet sensation, but I'm going to show you my name hold weight, and I'm way more powerful than you. You get what I'm saying? That's why Ryan has to make a spectacle about this so that he can get the court of public opinion on his side. Go ahead, Coach Amber.
No, I mean, that's all I got. Like as far as like, the 90s and 2000, I loved Oscar. He fought everybody. He fought everybody. He gave me all the fights I wanted. Win, lose, draw, did not matter. However, like, it's weird. It's giving weird behavior. Like, that you're not allowed to talk to this young man other than with lawyers. And so why are you flying all the way to Dallas to show up to the gym uninvited, You got denied. And then the day of the fight, you're trying to go into his locker room and got denied again, which I assume is Derek again. Like, no, you can't come in here. It's just weird. The whole thing's weird. And I loved Oscar growing up, but it's weird. Him and his woman are weird. All weird.
I think what happened, I think what is happening is, I think they thought that maybe Ryan Garcia would have took a dip after that Tank fight. And it was so crazy because, well, you know who, first of all, number one petty person was Rolly. So before the fight even happened, who on Instagram talking stuff? Rolly Romero. And he was making fun of Ryan's the stadium being empty. And so I'm not gonna lie, Rolly funny, y'all. Rolly is a comedy, okay? He's a comedian. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's not that packed. But I promise y'all, when Lupe Fiasco, because all the lights were on when Lupe came out. First of all, shout out to Lupe Fiasco, Chicago native. And that was a really good everything from how Ryan walked into the stadium to how Ryan walked in the ring. You could tell his boss status. You could tell he's sitting on some coin. Okay, he got a couple coins now. And one thing that I noticed was that stadium was packed. Coach Amber, did you see that?
I did. I did. I mean, I was out here when Jose well, I've lived out here all my life. But I really hope Ryan did well because he's slowly winning me back over. Slowly. I'm not gonna put my stamp on him yet. However, when fights like that, like Jose Ramirez versus Maurice Hooker, it didn't do too well. And what they do is they end up reaching out to USA Boxing and it's like, hey, you know what? We got all these open seats. Let us know how many seats you got, like how many seats you need, and they will hand out free tickets. And you just got to walk in, tell them what boxing gym you're from, and they will give you your seats. So, I mean, to be fair, I don't know.
And look,
I
I mean,
don't know.
I could see something like that playing a part in it. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that it was sold out. I'm just saying it was packed. It was a mixed crowd that you normally don't see in Ryan showcasing fights. You had people screaming for Mexico, Duarte, and you had some screaming for Ryan. So that was
That
really,
I was surprised by. That
yeah.
the Duarte, that I was surprised by because I figured it would just be all Ryan. That I was surprised by.
But that goes into that theory, that old Floyd Mayweather theory that people were paid to see you lose. You know what I'm saying? Like people was really there. A lot of them, I'm sure a few of them wanted to see Ryan get knocked out. Because I told y'all prior to this fight happened, I said the Hispanic community is not happy. Ryan is not on their list right now. So this was a good, tough Hispanic opponent for him to go against, to gain some, you know what I'm saying, credibility and respect by, because that boy kept coming. Rick Tim, shout out to you. I missed one. Strap season said, shout out for the picks on Garcia card run. Run it back this weekend. We got you. Let me make sure I didn't forget anybody. Icon Canadian, shout out to you. Thank you for coming through. I missed somebody else. The Melvin Air podcast. Shout out to you, King. Thank you for coming through. But I thought that was very interesting. Like, Garcia, he had a strong Hispanic opponent. Dude reminds me of a smaller Pitbull Cruz. That's a bad style matchup. People were saying they want to see him and Pitbull go together. I said, why? So they could just be tucked the whole time and just throwing wild shots. They're gonna knock each other out at the same time. I don't want to see that. That's he's a brawler. Um I didn't like you could tell he was inexperienced because there were times when he did that Tijuana roll that Upper reply as Upper says. And he wasn't tucking his chin all the way. He was leaving his front still open. But Duarte didn't capitalize off of that. I thought that was kind of interesting. A lot of people were saying, oh, it was a fixed fight. That wasn't fixed. Dude was buzzed. I saw it in his legs. In a slow-mo, you saw his eyes literally roll
Me
back.
too.
Yeah, you
Me
saw
too. I
his,
saw it.
and there was a rumor that I think like his tooth or something, like something messed up with his teeth or something like that. I'm not sure. But no, Ryan did that. People were saying that he was running. I feel as though he was setting it up. The difference is you could tell Ryan is trying to work on some setup shots with his opponents because think about when Tank set up Rolly. Tank started doing the was working on the outside game from round 1 on. Kept getting him off his square, kept having Rolly reset because he was just kept moving, kept moving. And I think that's what you saw in the 7th round. Him just moving around, moving around. People thought he was running. He wasn't. He was trying to set up Duarte, but it just didn't look as fluent as when a Tank Davis does it. You know what I'm saying? Or a one-hitter quitter like a Deontay Wilder. Like you could tell, like he got the puzzle. He has the pieces to the puzzle. He's just trying to like put it all together. You know how some fighters can just go through their arsenal 1 through 10. It looked like Ryan at times was going like skipping, like 1, 4, then go back to okay, let me pull out this tool, number 3. Then let me pull out number 6. Oh no, let me go back to number 1. And I felt like Ryan did a disservice in this fight when he abandoned the jab, when he kept the jab in his face, even though sometimes it was illegal because he was holding it out too much or too long. It was effective. It was keeping Duarte from getting on the inside. And then he went back to that old Luke Campbell style of fighting. And then you could
I
tell,
see you, Key, that you know that that's illegal. I see you.
oh, thank you. I try to make sure I know a little bit about boxing, girl. And then when you could tell that when he went back to that Luke Campbell style fighting, keeping the chin up, abandoning jab, you could tell that Derek was like told him something because when he came back out in the 6th round, the 5th and 6th round, he was different. So shout out to Derek James because if he would have lost this fight, y'all, we wouldn't have heard the end of it, coach. Like there's and that's another thing. Speaking of Derek James, Rolly did another video after the fight ended. So Rolly went live before and after. And Rolly dissed Derek James. That's why I'm gonna make him a thumbnail this week too. Rolly dissed Derek James. Amber, did you see that, Queen?
No, I haven't seen it yet, but I do know that he made like a ridiculous comment saying that basically because they were different demographics that he couldn't train Ryan because
Nope.
yeah.
Yeah, I heard that one too. But nope, he said, girl, nah, Rolly lost his mind. If there was anything else for him to lose.
Did he
Rolly,
ever have a mind to begin with?
exactly. Nah, Rolly said Rolly was on Fight Hype after the fight because Ryan called out Rolly, as we all know. He wants to fight Rolly. And Rolly made the statement that Ryan looked like trash and that he think is something wrong with what Derek's doing. He took some losses this year. Maybe it's not the boxers, maybe it's the coach, saying that Derek is a bad coach and maybe it's time for him to hang it up. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. He disrespect. I'm like, wait a minute.
Wow.
Your
There
coach, no disrespect to Rolly's coach Bullet. I like Bullet because Bullet does a lot for the community, right? For his community, for the kids, his youth. So no disrespect. But Bullet will never be on the level of a Derek James, bruh. Like, stop. Coach, what you got for me?
First of all, Derek James didn't have like a long career himself, but he was always a decent fighter. And decent is honestly better than most. And is Rolly Romero decent? Absolutely not. Bro, you got knocked out by an accidental check hook. Like, I don't think that Tank was actually trying to hit him. I think he was trying to parry his right hand and accidentally caught him. And he went Bambi on him. I mean, the audacity. The audacity. Whatever.
That's what he said. I knew he was gonna be mad at that. I'm like, ooh, wait till I tell Coach Amber this. He said that about about Derek James. He trashed basically the whole stable. Then when they asked him, then oh no, get this, because y'all, like I said, Rolly is a character, y'all. So then they asked Ryan about the Rolly and Ryan fight in the future. And do you know what he said, Coach Amber? He said he doesn't know if Ryan deserves a match with him. He said, who
I
is
know you lying. I
I
know you
swear to
lying.
God. I swear to God, Queen. Eventually at the end, he said it like 3 times. Eventually at the end, he said, nah, I will fight. We can make it happen. Y'all seen what I did to him in sparring. Man, come on. Right. Yeah. I seen what you did.
That 10-second clip that he released and the whole clip, Ryan smokes him. That clip,
Yes, that's what he's referring to, Queen. He said that y'all seen what I did to him in sparring. It's an easy match. He said that he will have Ryan out of the ring in 25 seconds. What you got, Coach? I know you got a lot.
can I tell you something? Because this is the beauty of having women on the panel. Uh, you know what Rolly sound like? I bet you anything. Now, Derek James said that his stable is full. 5 is the most he could do. But let's say somebody would retire or knock off. I bet you Rolly, he'd be the first one knocking on the door. Can I come in? Can I have your man? He'd be the first one knocking on the damn door. That's what he sound like. He sound thirsty.
Facts. And I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. I'm not surprised at Rolly. Of course, you know, with this fight, because let's face it, when it comes to that 140 division, a Rolly versus Ryan fight, or Ryan versus AB, Ryan versus, not Ryan, but Rolly versus AB, I'm still not sold on Ryan to fight AB upper. I'm sorry. But a Rolly versus Ryan fight, that's a big fight. Whether we like it or not, at least those press conferences are going to do numbers because of, I will say this, Rolly does bring the entertainment. He does. I'm not gonna sit a line cap on that man. He does bring the entertainment. However, um Ryan is not, do I have Ryan winning that fight? Absolutely not. I think Rolly winning that fight? No. I think Ryan gets him up out of there. And not to mention, he's making an excuse. Well, I'm not gonna say it's an excuse. He did say, he did speak on the Barroso fight with the older guy and said that the guy came in 2 weeks. He was a replacement because remember, Puello tested positive for PEDs. So he was, the Barroso guy was the replacement. It was a 2-week replacement. He said that he was training for 6 months for Puello and to fight a different sized opponent in their style. And he didn't have enough time. He couldn't even get sparring partners in to help him prepare for the Barroso fight. So he was basically winging it during that fight. And you could tell, do I think that if they were to rematch, would it be different? No, because to this day, Rolly has not called out Barroso for a rematch, to my knowledge. Have you heard anything, Coach Amber?
He's scared of his grandpa.
That's what I was thinking. I said, now you know damn well you don't want to get in there with that AARP card member. You know you can't get up in there with him.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I was scared of my grandpa. I was scared shitless of my grandpa, so ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, it's not. But I'm just saying, you talking all this big stuff, had the nerve in the same interview to say, I don't know if Ryan deserves a fight with me. But after you give that whole spiel about Barroso, you end it by saying, shout out to him. He does hit hard. You don't want to rematch him because a lot of people say that you lost that fight, my dude. You know what I'm saying? While you talking. So you need to cut it. Like, you're gonna have to cut this one out.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for Tony Weeks, but it was Tony Weeks, right? That was in there.
Yep.
Yeah, I have a lot of respect for Tony Weeks, but I was like, bro, mm, I'm just gonna leave that there.
Yeah, I think Tony Weeks got in trouble about that. I think he was like put on a suspension or something after that fight. But speaking of after that fight, Kid Schofield, Kid Austin, put on a spectacular performance. He had stuff to do, so he got his opponent out of there in 22 seconds. I said I thought it was gonna go a longer distance because that Torres guy had a lot of pop to him. And from the one of the fights I had watched, he was a little bit explosive. So I'm like, okay, maybe this might be a little test for a kid. And boy, was I wrong. I should have bet on the first round knockout. I'm very upset. But it was a great showcase of his abilities. Now, Kid Austin did an interview. He did an interview as well after the fight. Everybody was doing interviews. Rolly, Ryan, Kid Austin, everybody was there. We're going to get to Shakur Stevenson interview. He was there and did an interview. But Kid Austin and his father sat down, I think, if I'm not mistaken, with Fight Hype as well. And they are making some noise. They called out Devin Haney, Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, JoJo Diaz. Who else did he say? It was somebody else that he wanted to fight. Basically all the top guys. Frank Martin, he sent a warning to because they asked him, like, do you think he's ready? And he said he's been ready. That he has sparred Shakur, Devin, and Tank, and the videos are out there, and he was getting the best of them in sparring. It's always sparring, and how he's ready, and and this is why I got the fishnets up with Oscar. His father said that Oscar told them that they will be having a championship fight in 2024. Coach, what you got for everything I just said with Kid Austin?
I think honestly, I think Kid Austin's gonna be something to reckon with. He really is. I mean, he's with Golden Boy. It depends on how they move him. But honestly, I think him and Frank would be a good matchup because they're both athletic. They both use angles. That is going to be a tornado. That's what that's going to be. Um, his last fight, not the fight that just happened, but the one before that with the head clash, I saw that he still had that like he's got a scar, and I know it did like it was pretty deep. And when I saw that he still had that scar, it was a little concerning to me because soft tissue, it opens up. But then again, he's a baby. They rejuvenate. It didn't give him no problems, so hopefully it's just an ugly scar. Um, I I think he's a sleeper. I really really think he's a sleeper. He knows how to use his angles. He hits hard. Honestly, I want to see him go against Keyshawn Davis, but yeah, don't sleep on him.
What I found with him, I definitely agree. I feel as though it's time to mix it up. He's 21 years old. I think he's 17-0 now, maybe a little higher. I'm not sure on the record too much. I know my chat is undefeated, so they'll correct me if I'm wrong. But he got some good wins. The thing is that he does need that big name. I know that him and JoJo Diaz got into it. But you know how that go with that Twitter, you know what I'm saying, that social media war. But now he basically made the comment after the fight that I bet you JoJo Diaz don't call me out anymore. And JoJo Diaz did. So I'm expecting to see that.
Jojo Diaz also got real world problems, but
He said he won't. They said that they won't. They want to fight each other. I think that'd be a good step up fight for him before a championship fight. Jojo Diaz is a good fighter. Now, as far as Frank Martin go, that's the thing. I'm not sure. I would put him in there with the Keyshawn Davis, like you said. Bullet had made the point the other day about Emilio Vargas. That's a good fight. But I think that they're going, they'll probably meet down the road sometime. I don't know if they'll throw him in right now. Coach, you would have more insight on that if that would make sense for them to do that. Because this is your avenue.
You know what I was thinking though?
What's up, Upper?
back to life. What's up, Upper?
Last year, Kid Austin had a beef with Keyshawn Davis and Devin. And then he had a fight where the dude went all 10 rounds with him. And Kid Austin was making an excuse that his shoes was messed up and he had a blister. That's the reason why he didn't get him out. And they clowned the hell out of that kid, and it went away after that. But he's been calling out Keyshawn. He's been calling out Devin. This ain't nothing new. They've been doing this. And I've been telling people he the truth. But him and Keyshawn be good. I don't know if he ready for Frank yet. Maybe about a couple more fights. I feel like he gets hit too much to fight Frank. If Frank, a lot of times the defense responsible because Kid Austin does get wild out there and he forgets his defense because he's all action. He's all hype. Like, I love his style, but if he don't learn,
I get you, Upper, and that's one thing about boxing. That wild hurts. That wild does hurt. But like, if I can ask a question to the both of you, I mean, at least in my opinion, I feel like they're all young enough to where, regardless of who wins or loses, they could still skyrocket. I mean, that's just my opinion. Like, after the year they just gave us, like, I don't want to be starved. I don't want to be starved. Like, they could all three mix it up. Even if one takes a lot, as long as they don't get killed, why not?
No, I feel you, but I think that when you have, because one thing about Kid Austin, and you're I don't know, I know Rick is there in Texas, and I think you're there too, Coach, but he does have it, from my understanding, he does have a nice little following in Texas. And he's always had that, it's not like he just around, came out of the blue. And it's only going to grow. I would say continue to build your base. You know what I'm saying? Like Shakur. Shakur had a base in Jersey. Tank had a base in Baltimore. Earl had a base in Texas. We could say what we want, but Bud has a base in where are you from? Nebraska. You know what I'm saying? Like, Ryan has a base on Instagram. Build your base up. Then that's no shot to Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Because hell, his method worked. Build your base, get a strong enough base. That way, if something was to happen where you lose, or you go through an adverse situation outside of the ring, you still have your core base. Deontay Wilder is a prime example. When he lost to Usyk, his stock didn't go down. You know what I'm saying? It's still Bomb Squad. Everybody still messes with Deontay Wilder. The man got a statue in Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. Like, like, build your base up. And once you have a strong enough base, if you like Manny Pacquiao, his base got Lee. You know what I'm saying? So that if you were to lose, your base ain't gonna turn, turn on you. That's all I'm saying. Coach, I think she'll be back up here. But I want Kid Austin to get in there. I want him to mix it up with everybody. Do I think he's ready for a Tank, a Devin, Frank Martin, Shakur? Nah, he's not ready for that. But I do think that him and Keyshawn, him and Vargas, those would be great fights. And that would be able to, and we'll be able to really assess what he is, because he won't be able to fight that way with Keyshawn Davis. But I do, as far as right now with the eye test, I do have him beating Keyshawn Davis. Upper, when you get a chance, can you drop the link for Coach Amber? Because she had got kicked off. I like Mason though; he a beast. Yes, but I think Mason is going to be in a higher weight division. I would love to see him and Abdullah Mason mix it up, but I don't think that he's going to be there. Shavai Hall, shout out to you, King. Thank you for coming through. Dante Hall, Boxing Talk. Thank you for coming through. I don't think he's going to be in there. Big Shaq to God. Thank you for coming through, King. Keyshawn not ranked in the top 10 in the WBA. Well, see, this is the thing, though. We also got to remember that Kid Austin is with Oscar. So there's not a lot of opponents over there for him. And they not finna throw him in there with none of them big boys up over there. The couple that they do have, he's going to have to cross the street. But Oscar said, per Kid Austin dad's words, that Oscar promised him a championship fight in 2024. The question is with who, and is Oscar just talking? You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. We're gonna swap Regis shoes with smaller ones to give him a bunion. Oh my God, frequent. I mean, I think Devin is I think Devin about to beat the brakes off of Regis, honestly. To be quite honest with y'all. The kids say he coming for smoke. I think so, Bullet. And I think it's time. You know what I'm saying? He's 21 years old. It's time to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to put him up in there. I will say this though, it's kind of interesting that Oscar hasn't put him out there with the big boys yet. So though, I mean, the way he been performing lately, I would have thought that Oscar would have felt like he was ready. So I find that to be quite interesting. I'm gonna let that sit for a while, marinate, because maybe it's something that Oscar and them see that we don't see. That's something that we don't see. And speaking of what we do not see, so there was another interview done with Shakur Stevenson. Yo, everybody was giving interviews after this fight. Shakur took a few shots from my understanding, from what I watched, from what I gathered from it. Shakur basically called Ryan Garcia trash. He said that his inside game sucks. But Ryan did call him out at the post conference. He said he still wants to beat Shakur after that performance. I got Shakur picking that boy apart. However, Ryan does have power and does have a left hook. Ryan is not as explosive as De Los Santos. Is not going to be that type of style fighting. But I do think that Shakur beats Ryan from what I seen on Saturday. But Shakur basically called Ryan's fight trash. I thought it was interesting, although Shakur does live in Texas, that he was at Ryan Garcia after the back and forth banter that they had this past week. Shakur did go there and assess the fight. He was not impressed at all. He also has some things to say about people getting on his last fight. Particularly Coach Calvin, Javante Davis coach. Shakur said that he basically didn't like the way, or didn't like some of the stuff that Coach Calvin's been saying about him, saying that basically he's not ready for Tank. His new favorite coach, who he rhymed with, is Coach Kenny. When the whole irony in that is, remember several months ago, Shakur and Coach Kenny were beefing a little bit because Coach Kenny called Shakur's Asian opponent the Japanese chef, hibachi chef. And so Shakur went off on Coach Kenny. And now, fast forward, he likes Coach Kenny. He's saying he has a lot more respect for Coach Kenny than he does for Coach Calvin. So Shakur is not holding any bars when it comes to people and assessing his last performance. Key, did you think that count on Duarte was fast? When I would watch it, it looked fast as ish. So from what I'm gathering is that ref that was in there with Ryan and Duarte told both fighters, I guess he's a eight counting referee, meaning that if you are still down at 8, you know what I'm saying? If you can't get up at 8, he's gonna call it. That's what Coach Calvin said. Coach Calvin did a video saying he know the referee. That's how the referee is, and he lets everybody know before they fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how he does things. The thing is that Duarte. See, this is how you got to know the tips and the tricks when it comes to this boxing, right? Ugas showed you it when he fought Mario Barrios. Remember when Mario Barrios was putting it on them? Pause. What did Mario Barrios kept doing? He kept spinning out his mouthpiece, where I think he even got a point deducted for it. That's how you buy time to gather yourself. If Duarte was smart, Duarte, once he took a knee, he would have got up at 6 and then took another knee. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it was only like a minute and something left, and then if he couldn't have did it again, like after he got up again, spit out his mouthpiece once Ryan would have came in, clinched, had it break it up, spit your mouthpiece out. Like but that's cheating. No, it's not. It's not cheating. It's called
No,
it's
it's not. That's a veteran tactic, and I am so proud of you that you know that.
thank you. Like that's what you're supposed to do. And because Duarte didn't know that, Ugas knew it. Am I right or wrong, coach? Ugas was throwing that mouthpiece everywhere.
That's what you do. Yep, yep, yep. And honestly, the ref is not supposed to put it back in your mouth. They're supposed to take it to the corner, which gives you extra time. They're supposed to let your coach rinse it off with water and put it back in your mouth. That's why it's called buying time. Now, if you do it, I believe 3 times in one fight, then yeah, they can call the fight. But 3 strikes, you're out. You can do it twice without losing.
Facts. And so for them to be upset, people saying, "Oh, the count was fast and everything." You got to put some onus on Duarte because he was supposed to stand up. You know what I'm saying? He was
Cause
supposed
y'all
to.
not hear me a few minutes ago, Keith.
No, we didn't hear anything, Upper.
No, sir.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear us?
We can hear you
Yeah.
now.
The
One
hell's
more
going
thing,
on?
Keith. One more thing, Keith. Um, as far as the ref, he's actually not wrong because you got to at least get up by 8 because they're supposed to make you walk. They're supposed to make you take 2 steps this way, 2 steps this way, and look in your eyes and make sure that your eyes aren't shaking. How can they do that if you get up at 10 or get up at 9? It doesn't give them time to. So, just saying, anybody out there, make sure you get your ass up by 8 because they're going to ask you to walk this way. They're going to ask you to walk this way. Plus, they need time to look in your eyes and make sure that they're not dilated, make sure they're not shaking. Plus, they got to wipe your gloves off because if you touch the canvas or the dirt, you hit somebody in the eye, like you can blind somebody, like you can mess somebody up. So, beating the 10 is not really beating the 10. You really need to be up by 8. And being that the veteran he was, he should have known that.
Can y'all hear me this time?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes,
Hello.
sir.
Okay. Yeah, but I had been talking for a minute. I said, they didn't even hear me. But yeah,
Yes.
Ugas, he spit that thing out like 3 times. And like really it was the referee's fault. Because usually when the mouthpiece gets knocked out, you're not supposed to stop the lull into a lull in the action. Like if it's going down and his mouthpiece come out, it keep going until it's a stop in the action. And a lot of these referees don't understand that they'll stop the action. You ain't supposed to stop the action until after they cool down and clinch or something like that. Not in the middle of combos and stuff. And see, that's the rest.
It's at their prerogative. Either one or two things happen. Either the mouthpiece gets knocked out, and especially if the ref feels like it's intentional, the ref is going to let it go because you spit it out. So there's that, and you let it continue. Or B, if it actually gets knocked out, which I don't agree with, like I think you should just let it continue. Um, you hit time. Only the referee has the ability to say time, and it stops the clock. And yes, it'll give him the extra minute, whatever, extra 30 seconds. You pick it up, you take it back to the corner, whatever, whatever. Um, but honestly, it's in the rule book. It's at the referee's discretion. And a lot of these guys that fight at the highest level, they really need to do their research on who the referee is and what their habits are.
Facts. That was a good point. That was a good point, Coach. Also, I want to give a shout out to Jaleel Hackett. He won a unanimous decision. I think he's a youth international champion. If I'm mistaken, please correct me. But he won. I was sad. Maya Ellis, Killer B, she lost in a I think it was either split or unanimous decision. the fight that I seen, it was close, but I clearly gave Maya Ellis the edge. She was moving up in weight. I don't think that was really her weight that she fights at. But I just want to send her a message, a sound message. You know what I'm saying? Chin up, queen. Get back in the ring. I know Coach Kenny and Coach Calvin already got you back in the gym. So chin up, queen, and it's going to be okay. Don't worry. Loss does not dictate your future.
I
Unless
think
you
it's because she was a bigger name.
You said what?
I think because she wasn't the bigger name, because she could have easily got that fight.
That's what I said. I thought she won it. To be honest, I think she should run back.
I don't know what them judges was looking at.
You said what?
I don't know what them judges was looking at, but that's why I say I'm starting to hate what they started doing female boxing now. Like, they're taking the pureness away from it now, because I clearly had her up 2 rounds. Really?
Exactly. Me too. Me too. But that's why it's really important not to leave it to the judges and do what you got to do up in there. But shout out to her. Just come back stronger than ever. I know she was shocked. Everybody was shocked because everybody thought that she won that fight. So it was just another repeat from last week of the Taylor fight, in my opinion, just on a smaller scale. Because that wasn't a big fight. You know what I'm saying? Not discrediting Mia, but it wasn't a big name fight like that. But speaking of a big name fight, we got Devin Haney and Regis Prograis coming up this Saturday. Now, Regis, I've been noticing, has been doing, and Coach, I want to get both of you guys' opinions on this. From my calculations, let me see, August, September, October, November, December. Regis, up until Saturday, would have had a 5-month camp. Now, if you guys recall, he had a long camp with Zepeda and got the upset. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people didn't think that he could beat Zepeda. And I'm only mentioning this. I still have Devin winning. But Regis, he looks he weight cut for this fight. He looks good. Like, he doesn't look drained. He looks ready. And I think that will be the turning. You know what I'm saying? Like, that, like, it because I have this fight going like how Loma and Devin went a few months ago. A close fight, a brawling fight. Regis is gonna have his moments, but Dev is gonna get the edge. But now I'm not sure. Like, every day I'm going back and forth on this. Like, is this a 50-50 fight? First I had it 75-25 in favor of Devin, but now I'm thinking maybe 60-40. What y'all got for me, Coach Amber and Upper?
You want to go first, Upper?
Yeah, go ahead. What's Upper doing?
Honestly, from the jump, when I saw it announced, I thought it was 60-40, honestly, in Regis' favor. He does look good, but so does Devin. How about this? Yeah, 51-49 Devin. It's in his hometown. We'll see how he does under the bright lights, because in his own hometown, like, he struggled, and I get it. That's not on him. That's his opponent. Devin should win this fight. Although I wouldn't be surprised if Regis pulled it out, because I get it. He feels like he's been disrespected. He feels like he's the champion and he's the B-side, and he is. But don't be mad at Devin. Be mad at Eddie. Like, he didn't realize that he was, like, bro, they put a rabbit trap on you. Like, you were meant to be food, and so that only he can break himself out of that cage. But I do respect Devin, because I don't feel like Regis was the weakest link at 140. I really don't.
No,
I feel like,
think he is.
I feel like he could have went after Rolly, or he could have did something else. Like, I like it. I like it.
How do you think that this weight? Cause see, that's my only thing. I think everything else is pretty. It gears towards Devin to win, but because I worry about Regis getting on the inside and fighting him, cutting off the ring and getting on the inside, and those might just be two things. But when it comes to a fighter of the caliber of Devin, those are major things that you have to know how to do.
I'm gonna tell you
And
one thing I think though.
what's up?
This is what people failing to realize. Everybody, when Earl Spence was getting ready to fight Sean Porter, everybody we thought he was about to wash Sean Porter. And he should have washed Sean Porter, right? People forget Sean Porter had a 6-month training camp. Sean Porter had a 6-month training camp. And when Sean Porter got that ring versus Earl, that was the best Sean Porter we've ever seen in his whole career. People forget Regis has been in training camp since July. This Regis has been in a 6-month training camp just about. Regis is on weight right now. His last 2 fights, he struggled to make weight. People forget the reason they call Regis the Rougarou. Regis ain't no slow lead. That's Regis the Rougarou pro grade. Yes, Akello, Earl's my guy. I know he had a fat camp. But still, Sean Porter was the best he's ever been from that 6-month training camp. And Regis has been training a hell of a long time right now, and he's not having problems making weight. He barely made the Zerillo fight. And the fight before, and the Zepeda fight, Regis was pretty good. We got to realize Devin, he's a great fighter, but Devin has a jab. His inside fight is not that great. He tangles up in his feet. I mean, I wouldn't even say he's a good fighter. I wouldn't even say he's great. Devin is a good fighter. If you put him up against fighters like Boots or somebody that's real athletic, you'll see the flaws in him. Like if you put him up against Richardson Hitchison, you'll see the flaws in him. Like we haven't seen Devin against an elite fighter. We've seen him against Lomachenko. Teofimo and Ortiz did Loma worse than Devin did. And I'm just gonna be honest about it. Like, and he didn't even run that fight back. PGB Big Dog salute, Zeno salute. What I'm telling y'all is, Devin hasn't been hit by a 140 pounder, and people think. I mean, I feel you, Jay Dixon, but I'm gonna tell you his weight class is for a reason. Teofimo, when he came up, right? You see, I thought Teofimo didn't have power because that fight that he had with I forgot the guy's name, but he dropped the dude, Pedro Campo. Then I seen Brandon Lee fight Pedro Campo, hit Brandon Lee hit him with everything and couldn't even get that man down. That's when I said, okay, Teo's power has transcended up there, right? But I also seen Teo fight Sandor Martin. Not really a big puncher, but he put Teo down twice. That's that 140 power. See, Pedro Campo came up to 140, but he wasn't a true 140 pounder. Sandor Martin was a true 140 pounder. Devin's going up against a career 140 pounder. And this is what y'all don't listen about. Devin is going to be bigger in that fight. Yes, he's naturally bigger. But Regis is going to have a higher muscle mass than Devin. Regis's muscle mass is right on par with the division. Devin's not going to have the muscle mass. He's going to have the water weight and the fat weight that's going to be over Regis. So Regis is going to have a higher muscle output than Devin. That's why I be trying to tell y'all all the time. It's about science as well. It's called the sweet science for a reason. So Regis may be smaller, but he will be the stronger fighter because he's going to have a tighter muscle density. Devin hasn't had enough time to get the muscle density up unless he's going to get snack strong, but Regis is still going to have the tighter muscle density. So he's going to be the harder hitter. He's going to be the stronger guy. Devin might be the bigger, but bigger doesn't always mean that you're stronger. So Devin has a chance to really get hurt in this fight. Like, this is a dangerous fight for his first one up there. And I mean, I respect it because he ain't go out to no damn lame duck. But just to think that Regis is out, hey, you set yourself up for failure now.
So if he win, we got to give him his credit, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him his credit if you win. I never took that from him.
Yeah,
I said if he go up and beat Regis, he's a bad motherfucker. I said that. I'm just letting y'all know that it's weight classes for a reason. Terrence Crawford, he didn't come up and fight Earl his first fight. He fought a lame duck, which was Jeff Horn. And y'all see how small he was in that fight. You know a snack strong baby bullet. Don't do that.
I mean, I think that all I'm saying is that Regis weight, the way he has cut and from what I've been seeing, the only thing is I hope that he's not too much in his head. You know what I'm saying with this fight?
He looks relaxed to me.
I think he's a little bit in his head. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I'm gonna tell you like this. Looking at Regis, he looks like a guy that's like, these motherfuckers don't know what I'm fucking about to do to this motherfucker. Look, and that's the way he looked to me. I've seen plenty of them niggas like that, right? I've been around the worst niggas in the world, you know, in a few places.
Them Creole strong. That's all I know. Them Creole strong. So I expect
like Regis is sitting
to
there
bring
looking
it.
like Regis is thinking, but I ain't say he fucking cheat. You know what snack strong means. The man that came out and told you they got the best supplements and enhancements that are legal. They're on the borderline of being illegal.
Can I speak on that? Can I speak on that?
Damn. Man, act
Can
like
I
he don't get
speak
the
on that?
fuck.
Because one of my favorite fighters, David Benavidez, he is sponsored by Snack. But there are different programs. There are different programs where you're like an ambassador, where they send you stuff, they send you gear. But there's also a different program to where it's
Devin
an
works out there.
NDA.
Devin works
It's
out
an
there.
NDA where you cannot disclose anything of what they are giving you. They're testing your blood, they're pulling your urine. That's a horse of a different color.
And Devin works out at the thing. He be on the machines and he be taking the supplements. A lot of them do. But it's still legal. It's not, I ain't saying it was illegal because the shits ain't been illegal yet. Now when they become illegal,
Until they figure out what to do, yeah.
yeah. A lot of people take supplements and they become illegal later. 2 Cent, show me your face real quick, 2 Cent. All right, go ahead. Cut it off. Yeah, I'm not saying motherfuckers cheating, but even Victor Conte said we got the best enhancements that are legal. That's what it is. I mean, shit.
He called it the clear. The clear.
They're legalish.
Yeah, boxers take enhancements. All boxers are not doing this shit naturally, Bullet. And if you think a boxer is just working out and getting ready for a fight naturally, then you're naive, honestly. Every boxer takes some kind of enhancements. They get nutritionists, they get all these herbs, vitamins, and all this stuff that you can take that are legal. Yeah, undetectable cash crypto. Now, once they become banned by the FDA, then they're illegal. But until the FDA bans them, you can do that. That's how Benavidez gets down to his weight. Because they make a program for Benavidez to help him get his weight. I don't know why y'all keep saying it's cheating. I mean, every boxer takes supplements. It takes all types of stuff.
Yeah, but Benavidez doesn't have a non-disclosure agreement.
Oh, nah.
So he can talk about whatever he's doing. I'm just saying.
His is for weight and energy. Exactly, Tina.
And then I think that shout out to 2 Cents Queen. When I'm done,
I like your avatar.
Thank you. I had to troll Oscar because he was doing the most. But when I'm in this piece, I'm gonna let you go ahead and get in here. I just wonder, you know, that's my biggest thing is about the weight cut. Regis is already there. I just hope that he's not in his head because they've been sunning him throughout this whole process. And then with him saying last week that he knows that Eddie Hearn is back in Devin. That kind of broke my heart. You know, like it was like the soap opera last week. All these trainers, you know, a couple of these promoters turning on their fighters. And so you know, this is a very interesting fight. I can't wait to see it. And I just want to see, I want to make sure that you know, I'm just worried if Devin.
One thing you gotta realize, Eddie ain't turned on his fighter. Devin's always been Eddie's fighter. Regis just signed the fight. They signed Regis' program for him to fight Devin. Devin has been Eddie Hearn's fighter from day one. It's always been Eddie, Devin, and Bill. They've always had a collaboration. And they let Devin go over
on a handshake. On a handshake.
Yeah. Nah, they signed some paperwork now. But they also let Devin go to top rank to get the belts and come back. Eddie Hearn said Devin to be back. He wasn't worried about that because they made Devin and Bill a lot of money. Nobody pays Bill and Devin the way Eddie Hearns does. Period. Go ahead, Key.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's still, you would think that. I don't know. I just feel some type of way about that. Like, if anything, he shouldn't have a dog in that fight. He should just be like, "Yo, the best are fighting the best. Let's get
Well,
it on."
Key, if you got a fighter, wouldn't you back your fighter behind everything? If you try to build your
But I
fighters,
was under the impression that, you know what I'm saying, he was, because of what Ruger, because of what Regis was saying back in July, the relationship that they had, and then,
I mean,
um,
of course, the
once,
devil gonna smile at you when they first get you, but
and then,
Reed doing all these other different promotions. He just now he had a chance to sign with Eddie a while ago, and he didn't. And
oh,
Eddie probably take offense to that. And now Regis is there, but Devin wanted Regis, so they sent the hook out there. They hooked Regis in, and now Regis is on the table. But
I
for
still
for his
feel,
fight,
I still feel some. I just don't like that. I feel
I
like
feel you
should
bleed
just,
hard.
yeah, you should just remain neutral. Just remain neutral. But this is gonna be an interesting fight. 2 cents. What you got for me, Queen?
I think it's gonna be a decent fight. I think Regis has a chance. Um, my only issue is the weight. I hope he can still make the weight cut. He won't be too drained. That's my biggest concern about Regis. Um, he knew he was fooled when he signed to Eddie. I was wondering why he signed to Eddie Hearn anyway. But that's really my biggest concern is he gonna be able to make this weight, and is he gonna be able to get to Devin to be able to unleash his power? So I think it's gonna be a tough fight for Devin. And is this the hardest puncher Devin has faced?
I would say so. Yeah, I give him that. Yep.
So we're
Uh,
gonna see,
to let y'all know, Regis ain't nothing but around 5 pounds off weight, while Devin is 14 pounds off. Just to let y'all know.
Oh, okay, okay. Well,
14
that's good.
now?
That's good.
No.
If Devin gets to stop his bullet, I give him all the credit in the world. Regis he already said he won't have no problem making weight. He can get that 5 pounds off in fluid. He'll probably be less than that when it comes to make the weigh in. But I hope they don't have no ceremonial weigh in. I want to see the real thing. To be honest.
Can I ask you
But
kind of
what
something?
I got two questions. What does this mean for Devin if he wins, and what does this mean for Devin if he loses? Because at this point, I feel like he might have kind of trapped himself.
Me honestly, I feel like if Devin loses, I feel like it was a learning experience, and I wouldn't take that from him because the man just jumped in, like he jumped up there and he's fighting a champion. He's fighting a man that's been there for a long time. But I feel like if Devin jumps up and beats Regis, it shows that he's transcending, and like honestly, he's like I said, he's still gonna be the bigger guy, even though not the muscle density. And like a lot of people feel like Devin should be at welterweight, honestly, but like he'd be the bigger guy, he'll have a longer reach, and he'll have more of the advantages, being younger, quicker. The guy's 10 years older than Devin, so he has all the advantages to win. Regis, if he loses, it's into the business for him anyway. He's got up in age. I think he like almost 35 now, and like he's not. He probably won't get no more championship shots. That doesn't pay the shot. It took him a while to get another shot after the Josh Taylor loss, and he started when he was 17, so he doesn't really
Right.
have that amateur pedigree. So another loss for him, he'd probably be like a gatekeeper or something like that.
They calling Devin a senior citizen slayer in the YouTube streets. They say he
Maybe,
don't fight nobody under 35.
maybe
But
fact.
the only thing I don't like about Reed is I wish he would carry himself more as the champion versus kind of feeling like the underdog. I feel like he didn't let Bill and Devin get in his head as far as that go. Like, dude, you got the belt, you the champion. You need
Okay.
to have that energy.
So you see what I'm saying? I feel as though Regis is in his head a little bit.
He ain't getting the
I mean,
champion pay though.
Devin is in
Dude,
his
dude
head a little
getting double what he get.
bit. You said what, Upper?
Devin's getting over double the amount of money Regis getting. And Regis is the champion. It's hard to feel like a champ when a man getting that much.
Dang, why was that? Why he agreed to that?
This is his first $1 million payday.
He said that he was talking about the T.O. fight, with the T.O. turning down the Ryan fight. He said that Regis made the comment that he's getting paid way more than that, so he understands why T.O. turned it down. So I think Regis is getting a bag off of this. And shout out to them. That's exactly what I want to see.
He ain't getting way more. He getting 1.8. That ain't no damn bag. I mean, it's a bag, but
that's what he said. He said that he's getting way more. Go look at the video.
I know 300,000 more. Well, I guess that's good. That's good when you only used to making 500,000. 300,000 more is way more than.
Yeah, he's gonna be. Yeah, I got Regis losing. I feel as though that he's being deactivated. Frequent Bullet and Jay Grant. That's exactly what Devin said about Loma. He too old and too small. Zena, show mercy. So for me, well, Coach Amber, answer 2 cents question. What does this do for Devin if he wins, and what does this do for Devin if he loses? What you got, Queen?
If he win, he gonna be on his diva type shit. And I mean, at least he did go undisputed, even though it was Cambosis. Fine, whatever. That's who hold the titles. You got to beat the man. But he still gave me the fight that I wanted. I wanted to see him and Loma. And as much as first of all, close fights aren't robberies. A robbery is when there is a clear winner and you give it to the other guy. Stick him up. So, I mean, I had it 7-5, whatever. Doesn't matter that I took the test, whatever. He at least gave me the fight that I wanted. If Devin goes up and beats Regis, he gonna be feeling himself. He really is. If he loses, I think he could still probably bounce back. I think he could still probably bounce back because knowing Eddie's still got his back, and he'll probably still set him up with Rolly to give him a second chance. It's
I
it's
want
like
to see him
chess.
fight Ryan next.
I'd be good with that too.
Yeah, that'd be a good fight right
It's like
there.
chess. It's moves and counter moves, moves and
Yeah,
counter
we gotta
moves.
stop. We gotta stop throwing fighters away when they just get one loss. Like, man, all the greats that got one loss, except for maybe Floyd, Andre. But if they'd have kept on fighting, they would have got a loss. So
Right.
I get tired of people throwing away fighters because they got one loss. One loss means you fought the best. If you got a loss on your record, that means you fought somebody that was better than you, and you wasn't scared to make that fight. Period.
My favorite fighter don't depend on their record. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly. But I don't even think about 2 cents, to be honest with you. I haven't even thought about if Devin lose. I don't have Devin losing this fight. There was a couple of times I went back and forth. I think that this is going to be a Devin Loma part 2 with a little bit more rough and ruggedness. But I got Devin inching it out. I do believe after he wins, like Coach Amber said, he's going to be on his diva. It's going to be a whole lot of talk. We're going to be flooded with the Devengers in the chat going crazy. I'm gonna still give him props. I've never not gave him his props. I don't think that Ryan will fight Devin right now for the simple fact that it doesn't make sense. Especially since the more exciting and the one that makes more financial sense is Rolly. Ryan will make a bigger bag with Rolly than a Devin right now. So I can't say that will be his next fight because Ryan is zeroed in on Rolly. To be honest with you, the fight that the one fight at 140 that I would want for Devin is Richardson Hitchison, either him or T.O., but we don't know what T.O. got going on, and Matias versus Gary Antoine Russell. Those are my fantasy fights right there for 140. But I don't have 2 cents. I don't have Devin so far. I don't have Devin losing this fight.
But that's the thing. Like, I don't see, and I could be wrong, but this is my 2 cents. I don't see Devin fighting those fighters especially the fact that he's already talking about dipping out and going to 47. Like you didn't even mention nobody else at 140. You talking about old washed up Keith Thurman, and that's what I'm saying. They've been fighting all these old fighters. Like, what is up with that? Is that they plan and they strategy?
I'm not sure with that. With the whole Keith Thurman, now see, he has to be careful with that because it's one thing to call out, and I get it. One time Thurman, and this is no disrespect to Cassandra, because this her dude right here. She like Keith Thurman, but shout out to the queen. But Keith ain't been in the ring in 2 years. His biggest highlights this year was going back and forth with Clarissa Shields and coming for Bud and Spence and ducking Boots Crawford. So he, from a public's opinion, he's not really regarded highly anymore. You get, like, y'all get what I'm saying? Like, it's no disrespect to Keith Thurman, but it, for me, like, if you're gonna go to 147, fight a Stanionis or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, fight somebody. Like,
You don't want that smoke, Keith.
like if
You
you
don't
don't,
want that smoke.
I just don't think that would be good. Maybe for like something in Dubai, in Saudi Arabia, a Keith Thurman. But that would say a lot about Keith Thurman too, because you had Boots on the docket and you ducked him. So you would rather fight somebody coming up from a weight class versus somebody that's been in your weight class forever, and you, for the past 2 years, you haven't even looked that man, you haven't even smelled that man way. I'm not, you know what, it would benefit Devin more than it would benefit Keith, because I promise you, and no disrespect to Queen Cassandra, but I would drag Keith Thurman if he was to do something like that. Like, come on, bruh. You could have fought Boots. You know what I'm saying? You could have fought Stanionis. You gonna wait until after Bud and Crawford, Spence and Bud get it in the mix to finally start speaking their names and everything else. I ain't nobody trying to hear that, man. I think he had a shoulder injury, if I'm not mistaken. That's what put him out. Then that's how his belt lost his belt. And you ain't never try to go get that belt. Like, man, look.
I'm a little less critical of Keith Thurman, right? Because he did want to fight Bud and Spence after Undisputed, right? Keith always wanted an undisputed fight. He wasn't going to fight Boots because he knows a young lion. But he said they give him $10 million, he'd do it. You feel what I'm saying? He said he'd do it for 10. And I understand. He said he ain't trying to be no stepping stone. And that's what most older fighters do against a young up-and-coming fighter that you know you're going to have to go to hell and back against. You ain't just going to damn go out there and just be like, hey, But he was willing to fight. He was trying to fight Bud. He was really trying to do that. But Bud said, I ain't going to fight you now. You ain't want to fight me. But he wanted to fight Bud before Bud fought that, what you call it fight? That,
Bud low-key ducked Thurman for real.
Yeah, Bud ducked Thurman. Thurman was calling Bud ass out like hell, but he went and fought David Avanesian. And so Keith, he was trying to fight, when Bud was fighting Avanesian, Keith was really pushing to fight Earl. He wanted Earl now because Earl had the belts, and Keith already got that loss. Once Keith Thurman got that loss, he didn't give a damn. He wanted to fight all the big names. He wanted to get that paycheck. And I mean, I understand Keith wanted that motherfucking paycheck. He wasn't trying to fight no small fighters because he said he's an ex-champion. He's a superstar. He wanted that check that Ugas got. He said Ugas made over 10 mil. Keith said, hell, I need that in my life. So Keith was only going after the big fights. And if they weren't trying to pay Keith enough, he wasn't about to fight. And I understand that. Because Keith the only one really out of that generation that didn't get a big fight. Well, hold on. He got paid against Pacquiao.
I was going to say, Pacquiao, that's the biggest fight out there.
Well, he versus Pacquiao. He got like 8 million versus Pacquiao. Pacquiao was the clear A side.
And got dropped in the first round. Bink, bink.
Yeah, but that's why I say he's a warrior, because he fought through that shit too. And almost got a draw. And Pacquiao hurt him in the late rounds too.
I heard Devin was negotiating.
He wasn't trying to fight Earl. He wasn't trying to fight Earl early. But as Earl started to diminish, he wanted to fight him. Plus, Earl started having a bigger name and people started getting paid. That's when Keith wanted to fight. Keith always
As much as a veteran as Keith was, he should have spit out his mouthpiece, but he didn't. What did he do? He grabbed it in his own hand.
Yeah.
I judge people. I judge people.
Yeah, he kept on fighting though. He could have stayed. He could have went down with that Pacquiao fight, but he didn't. That showed he was a warrior. Plus, the man had been up all damn night.
Yeah, he was tripping with that.
Adrian Broner had to make that nigga go. That Adrian Broner said they was at the casino. They said that man was in the casino. He said he seen that man like 6:30 in the morning. He ain't been to sleep yet. He said Keith was so in his head, he had to force Keith to go to bed. And you know,
now that's crazy. Now that's crazy.
Yeah, they was telling y'all remember Adrian Broner tell the story. He was like Keith Thurman was up all night drinking and gambling the whole night in Vegas.
That's like your jackass cousin having to walk you to bed.
And it's bad when Adrian Broner is the voice of reason.
Exactly, jackass cousin.
Adrian talking about the moment was too big for Keith. You know, Keith been fighting all that time, and that was it. And he finally got his moment, and he didn't know what to do.
Well, I think if that's the path that they want to go down, let them go down. And I really, but I don't care for Keith. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a hush. I don't care.
Couldn't hear you.
I said I don't really care for Keith, so I no comment.
That'll be like a showcase fight for Devin.
I never cared for Keith.
Keith was my guy.
Keith need to go be a commentator.
Then he ducked Earl, and I got pissed off about that shit. That was a fight I wanted to see so bad. Keith versus Earl in 2017.
I don't like Keith, but I didn't like the fact that Earl said was like, because he shut me out, I'm gonna shut him out. I didn't care for that, but I mean, I never liked Keith and his suffering succotash.
Yeah, you know,
I didn't like that.
Earl just wanted to get him back because Earl was pressing him. He wouldn't give Earl a chance because Earl could have been unified.
Keith did Earl bad though, for real.
Yeah, he told Earl to go get a belt. Earl went over there and got a belt, and then he still went around Earl.
Thurman starved him. That's how he ended up fighting Mikey, and then he ended up getting shitted all over because of that.
Now, Mikey called him out.
You know, erase history.
Mikey called him out. It was Earl's biggest payday until the Bud fight, $17 million. So all Thurman did was help. But see, Earl's gonna be a bigger star anyway. Earl could have been the face of boxing right now, but he started getting that money and he started getting beside himself because Floyd had already endorsed him. Earl would have been over Tank, everybody, because Floyd already endorsed him. He was already the truth. He had Jerry Jones behind him. He had the Dallas Cowboys. Earl Spence was the biggest thing in boxing. He was going to catch Canelo. They was talking about him and Canelo doing a $2 million pay-per-view fight. And Canelo was considering it. He just said he wasn't going to 164 to fight Earl. They was willing to give Canelo $55 million to fight Earl. It was 55 for Earl, and 45 for either Jamal or David Benavidez. That's what they was going to do. But Earl got an accident.
You know how I feel about Earl. Huh? I said, you know how I feel about Earl. But as far as the chessboard, Bud played it right. In Oklahoma, when Maurice Hooker won his title in Oklahoma City. No, you got to listen to what people tell you. They tell you the truth, usually the first time out. When him and Earl. Yeah, that's the first thing out of his mouth. He's like, nah, by the time we fight, they're going to say he's weight drained. He stayed in the class too long. That was his plan. 5 years later.
But guess what, Coach Amber? If Earl didn't get that accident and he did everything before then, Bud would have been able to do it. See, that accident helped Bud. Because if Earl collected all them belts and didn't have that accident, Everybody would have pushed for Bud to make that fight, or everybody would label him a duck, and Earl would just moved out.
They planned on starving him out, draining him out.
Listen, now what I said, Coach Amber. If you take away the 3 years from Earl healing in the accident, they would have had no choice. You couldn't. The fans wouldn't have went for that. You couldn't have. You couldn't have, because there would have been nobody for Earl to fight. Earl wouldn't have had them all that time off. You know, Earl missed over almost 4 years.
COVID was in there too.
Who?
Earl did get lucky because COVID was in there too.
I know, but he still missed over 4 years of fighting.
It wasn't that long. It was like
Earl,
2.5.
He missed over 4 altogether. 18 months, 18 months, and 18 months.
To answer somebody in the chat,
Earl fought Danny Garcia in COVID and broke the record. They beat Canelo. I'm sorry, can you go ahead?
No, you're fine. To answer somebody in the chat, if Devin and Thurman was to fight, 9 times out of 10, it would be for the belts that Bud Crawford vacates. So yeah, it would be a title match if Thurman and Devin was to fight.
But hasn't Thurman fought at 154?
That's a good question. Yeah, right?
Yeah,
He did.
I think he fought not Mario. Did he fight Mario for 54 or 47?
That was 47.
Okay, so supposedly he can still make it.
Supposedly. But if
Yeah.
Devin didn't go out to keep Thurman, they're going to get a rude awakening. I'll tell you that now.
I think that who?
He's a career welterweight. He's not letting nobody come up and beat him.
I don't know. That's a good fight. Upper Devin versus Thurman now.
Thurman has power in both hands. I'm gonna tell you that now. People sleeping on Thurman because of bullshit. Thurman has power in both hands. One time, he would knock Devin the fuck out. I'm just being honest.
Thurman got to show me because he got baby fat and he a family man and I ain't seen him in the ring for a minute.
You Coach Amber, your power's the last thing to go.
That is true, old man strength, but it's a matter of whether he can make the weight and get that baby fat off of him because he in love, you know?
I want to throw something in there to veer off a little bit. What do y'all think about this? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I think Ryan Garcia, I can't see him doing no more than 2 years. I don't think. I think after he get this championship with Rolly, because they're gonna make that fight. That's a big fight. If they get that fight going, I think the last fight will maybe be a TO. Maybe he'll try to rematch Tank. I noticed that after the press conference, his energy ain't the same for Tank. But I don't think Ryan got that much time left in boxing, y'all.
I think Ryan got plenty of big money fights left, win or lose. I don't know why he would quit in 2 years.
I don't know. I don't know. It's just something I see. Like
Ryan loves it. Ryan loves it right now. I talked to Derek. He's passionate about it. He just don't love the situation he's in. Like he said he wants to make bigger fights, but he's not trying to have them capitalize on it. He ain't trying to have Oscar to make money off of him. And see, this fight right here, people don't realize, but Ryan got $5 million guarantee for that fight versus Oscar Duarte. So Ryan just got the bag again. He got $5 million. He got 4. Because Oscar get 20%. So he got 4.
He better stay disciplined with that bag. That's all I know.
And see, I think that's what I was missing. Like maybe, once I see how he looks when he's away from Golden Boy, because I know there was a lot of distractions with Oscar trying to do some fluke stuff behind the scenes. But maybe once I see that, I'll be like, okay, there's a passion and dedication that I seen when he beat Luke Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Or Fortuna. I just need to see that again, because even after that fight, that spark wasn't there. Maybe I'm just overanalyzing, but I don't know. I got to see him after because I don't know if you heard, Upper, but Ryan ain't trying. I mean, Oscar ain't trying to let Ryan go. He said this is going. They're going to be together for years to come. On to the next event.
Oscar trying to save face. He trying to save
Am I
face.
the only one that thinks that's
So,
like grooming behavior?
anything, he only got 2 fights out around the contract, right? 2 more years at the most. Because didn't Ryan re-up like around 2021? What year was that Ryan signed the extension?
It was 2020, wasn't it, or 21?
Yeah, it was around COVID or right after COVID.
Okay, you know California law, you can only keep a person in the contract 5 years or up to 8 fights. This is 4 fight.
Upper, you have kids, right?
Yep.
Okay, so if this grown man is not allowed to talk, I don't know how old your oldest is, but like I said, he took a flight all the way to Dallas just to get denied, and then tried to go to the locker room and got denied. Like that whole thing is weird. Like you're not allowed to go near my child. Like why are you keep trying? The whole thing's weird to me.
If it was me, Coach M, and I'm being 100% honest,
I already know. I already know.
I can put my name in the chat and people can Google who I am, right? Oscar would let my son out this contract. He would. I would offer him some financial compensation. Not that much, because Floyd didn't have to pay that much. He got his contract. But you just got paid off my son last fight. You've been getting paid off my son. Now, I'm feeling like this contract is detrimental, and I think we need to end it. I'll give you a little something, probably another meal, and you're going to go ahead and take this loss, and you're going to go. And it's not negotiable. That's just me. I've never had nobody tell me no when I'm talking seriously to them. I mean, it's just the way you come about things. When you come at people with a soft approach, a soft hand, people like to break a soft hand. When you're firm,
You notice Ryan on his trunks, on the front of it, he had Henry, which was his daddy's name.
when you're firm but fair, people get the message. You don't want to die in fish shit, I'll tell you that.
The whole thing is just weird to me. Like I loved Oscar as a fighter, but as a person on a personal level, he's weird.
Drugs got him off kilter, that's all. Drugs do that to everybody. Drugs have family members get rid of their own family. So people can't help what they do when they're addicted. I've seen it firsthand so long.
Yeah, that is true. Me too. But I think that too that Oscar, I wonder if he's wondering if his fighters that he currently have on the stable and maybe future fighters that he is trying to get signed to his stable. I wonder if what Ryan is doing is having any negative impact on that.
Of course it is.
So I wonder, is that why this is all going on? Because since Ryan was the good boy, he was the good child, and prospered, that attracted more people over to him. And now it's like, dang, he's become rebellious all of a sudden out the blue. And now it's, I wonder if people are like, Ryan wouldn't be doing all of this if it wasn't, you know what I'm saying, some fluke stuff going around. Y'all feel me?
Yeah.
I hope Vergil Ortiz gets away from Golden Boy. That's my baby. I love his daddy. I've seen them come up. His daddy and my mentor were best friends. I don't know what that contract looks like. I really hope they get away from him because the whole thing's weird.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it's quite sad. I just wish the best for Ryan. I wish the best for all these players. One thing I will say, though, ain't none of these 140s even over the weekend. Everybody been talking trash about each other in the 140 division. Ain't nobody said a thing to Matias. I found that too because I was surely looking. I'm like, let me see if one of these 140 boys going, you know what I'm saying? Talk they talk. Even Arnold Barbosa did a interview with Mill City. Shout out to Mill City. And he, commented, like Matias is a, good fighter and everything, but he basically kept it on himself from what I gathered. But ain't nobody calling this boy out. Nobody is saying I want Matias next. Ryan got Rolly. Devin got
Well, I
Thurman.
said Gary Antoine did.
No, yeah. Was that over the weekend?
Oh no, I didn't hear it.
No, it was the Gary. That would happen like 2 weeks ago, prior to the Matias fight, when Gary was saying he wouldn't mind it. But that would be a good. I want that fight. That's my 2024 fantasy fight right there. I want that fight. But I just found it.
Do you want Antoine Matias or Antoine and Tank?
I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. Antoine and no, dang, that's a hard one. Coach Amber, which one would you like?
Do y'all think Gary Antoine Russell versus Tank Davis or Gary Antoine versus Matias? Which one would be the better fight?
Antoine and Matias. Shout out to Kawhi.
I want to see Tank versus Antoine because I know Antoine got power. He got that Russell name, and I want Tank to fight Antoine and Gary Russell. Don't fight both brothers.
Oh, that Bill Haney also mentioned Matias this week. Bill said that Devin and him are not scouting Matias right now. I already said that. They said that about 2 weeks ago.
Bill said last week that ain't no money in the Matias fight.
Yeah, ain't no money in that. Yeah, I feel you all things both. Zenith both. Akaflex said Davis. Brian the King said Tank versus Gary. Calvin Elliott, Antoine and Matias. I mean, both of those is bangers. At least we can all agree that somebody going to sleep in both fights.
Hey, Bullet, I don't think Gary Antoine will beat Sambril, honestly, because I'm still thinking about Gary Antoine versus Bartholomew. And Matias and Bartholomew are two different fighters.
I got a feeling that Tank fighting Gary Russell. I think so too.
I think so too, because Gary Russell was 137 in his last fight. And he said he can make 135 easily. And they said Tank got a big fight next. They said his next fight gonna be a big one. And what's bigger than Gary Russell 19-0 with 19 knockouts? That'd be a legacy fight right there, Zena. If anybody say it ain't, they stupid. Gary Russell be the best thing. Gary Russell be the best thing on any of them resumes. Yeah, I think Gary Russell would be better than Regis Prograis on the resume, honestly. Or right there with it. Because Gary Russell's a beast. I say get both Russells. I say fight Antoine, then fight Russell Jr.
Godly, the bloodline.
Well, the big brother been calling out Tank for years. Shit.
Part twice. Shout out to you, King. Welcome.
Exactly, Zena.
How can he rule out Matias? How can he rule out Matias over money when just last week it was about legacy? That's what y'all said Friday. Zena, I mean, we're gonna call it a spade a spade. Bill, they already said it wasn't no money. Like, I already knew. And that's a bad style matchup for Devin. I don't blame Bill for that. And that ain't no duck in my eyes. Hell, leave with your damn teeth. lead this industry with your teeth and your mind, okay? Because Matias gonna take your soul. He gonna take some up out of you.
He gonna take everything Devin throw at him.
Exactly. That ain't the hell. Even if Tank wasn't to fight him, I'd be like, all right, I get it. Because it take a special fighter to put that boy down, man. But I would like to see it though. That's on my fantasy fight, Tank versus Matias.
A regular one, but I put some stuff. We didn't have everything that I wanted to put on it.
Oh, okay.
Upper echelon. And
That's
Hano defended the boxers against Gary Russell Jr., but somehow he tear fighters down. Wait, what?
That's the
He
sound.
defended the boxers against Gary Russell Jr., but somehow he tears fighters down. Yup, dead. I don't know what
no.
boxing
He
reference.
tried to tear Gary Russell down. Try to say Gary Russell ducked him when they try to give Gary Russell a fake contract. Come on, let's not do that frequent.
I saw that all things. I'm hearing that Canelo versus Jamel Charlo too. I mean Jamal as well. Those are whispers. Those are whispers. But we
I
had
told
already
y'all
we spoke on that last week.
it's Jamal.
Mel would probably be down. Maul wouldn't.
It's not Mill, it's Maul. It's Benavidez and Maul, the last two names on Canelo's list. J.A. Dixon, don't say somebody, say what it was. Regis went the other way. Matias told Regis he'd put him in the hospital, and Regis ain't said shit to that man since.
Regis said after this he would like a Matias fight. Regis, don't do it. You won't just leave out with your dignity, fam. That's
Nah,
a
Regis had said something like 2 years ago.
no. He just came out last week on ES on Ellie Setback channel and said he would like to fight Matias. He said Matias, AB, or it was somebody else. Oh, that's another thing. AB gave shouted out Ryan after the fight too. Adrian Broner. He
I
shot
told you, Keith.
right.
I told you, AB and Ryan gonna end up mixing it up now for that bag.
Hanos was taken up for Tank. I like Matias a lot, but that style he got only get him so far.
We got him 20. I mean, got him 20 knockouts and 20 wins, Shane, and a championship belt. So it's got him far.
To be Matias, a fighter has to have great feet, and they're gonna have to be cracking. Yes, if you don't have anything to keep Matias off of you, he walking through you. Let me tell you, when he God rest that fighter soul, but the reason why he lost that fight, that one loss on his
Early
record, is
step.
because he was depressed. He hurt somebody. He killed somebody in the ring, and he was depressed off of that. You know what I'm saying? And was on, smoking and kicking it, and then he had a lot of stuff going on in his camp. But now it's like he takes that pain and he puts it on other people, and he also wants to feel that pain. I think Tank versus Tio would be possible as his next fight. Well, I don't know. It was already reported a few weeks ago that Tank had turned down the Pitbull Cruz fight. So we know that he's not fighting Pitbull. So whoever it is, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, but see, is the loss that Matias got, the only loss on his record, came after he murdered the guy in the ring. Like his next fight after he murdered the guy, then they say he was depressed and everything like that, but he got beat. But then he came back and destroyed that guy too. Destroyed that guy. Like it was like 4 fights ago. He destroyed that nigga. Aniasis. Whatever the guy's name was. His name was Aniasis. But Matias stopped him on the stool. Matias' last 5 opponents have quit on the stool. And he came back up. His last 5 opponents went to that corner and said no mas.
Gary sucker punched Bud. Devin said, "Oh yeah, do it to me." Gary said, "Nah." Are you sure? That's not how I remember it.
No, Brother Gibson. Gary said, let's do it. Bill Haney tried to give Gary Russell a damn contract where they misspelled the name. They had a fugazi ass contract. Gary said, I'm not signing that bullshit right there. You see the names and stuff are purposely misspelled. They was trying to shit Gary out of some damn money to sign for DHP promotions in the fight Devin. Don't try to play that shit, dog. We keep facts over here.
He said, "I get that, but I'm talking about super status upper. As he start fighting the elite fighters, he's gonna have to bring out some more tools out the box. I think he got it. I just want to see him bring it out."
Hey, Shane, he can also fight. Matias can also box as well.
I was gonna
That
say
style, This style that y'all see Matias doing, that's not his only style. Matias can sit back with the jab and fight. He's fast too. That's just what he chooses to do against certain fighters, against people that are considered big punchers. He wants to. It's like it's a rite of passage. He wants to see how tough he is, see who's gonna quit first. Other people that ain't real big knockout punchers, he'll box with them. But with guys that's supposed to be knockout punchers and huge hitters, he has to go toe to toe to test his mettle and see how much of a man he is. It's a test of strength.
Deontay liked to call the body. Y'all remember when the D knockout spill him and then said brain was cracked? Yeah. Al Heyman said they was untrustworthy and tried to shake Gary down. That's why they would never sign a PBC. They only rock with Shiesty. Oh God, Zena, stop.
He tell the truth. He tell the truth.
When a fighter kills a fighter in the ring, is the fight erased from the record? No, from my understanding.
No.
Jannar killed, no. But rest in peace to them, man. And blessings to both Regis and Devin and everybody that's getting in the ring this week, man. Prayers, man. No, wasn't nothing wrong with that contract. Only reason I say he ain't duck is because he was in a lower weight class. Wasn't nothing wrong with that. Well, then if he was in a lower weight class, he shouldn't have sent the contract. Okay.
And you're right though. Devin was 135. This guy was 126. But the contract was fucked up though. Frequent. We don't let you sit there and lie like it wasn't.
Well, Frequent and Bullet, regardless of the facts, Devin is about to go in on December 9th in 5 days. He's about to put on a whole showcase. You know what I'm saying? He basically telling people he all about to see how it's supposed to be done. The only way I see Matiz is losing is somebody gonna have to stop him. Other than that, whoever in the ring with him, all I can say is good luck. Exactly. Exactly. Because you seen all that crazy style that with them angles that my boo-boo was him Benavidez with. Benavidez was like, all right, I'm finna catch him. He gonna calm down. Boo-boo was the Tasmanian devil in that ring in the first round, hitting him with angles, going all kind of crazy stuff. And then what Benavidez do? Catch him. Bye. One shot. Put my baby on his knees, man.
Hey, Kawhi, that's something me and Key gonna talk about for the first year. We're gonna talk about getting the merchandise, some upper and queen hoodies. That sounds like something good too.
Multiple lawyers said it was something wrong with the okay. All righty, y'all. Let's it's that fight ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That fight ain't gonna happen, y'all. So there's no need to argue about the Gary and Devil. That's why and Devin. That's water underneath the bridge. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's looking like it could be either or Gary for Tank. He did turn down the Pitbull Cruz fight. So we don't know. It's about to be a whole. I told y'all in 2024, everybody going to fight. I like the idea of Loma and Cambosis in the spring. That way, Shakur could unify in the summer or in the fall. That's a good fight. And I think that if Shakur was to fight Loma, that's a good redemption fight. Coach Amber, you got anything to cook on, Queen? Let me mute. You got anything to cook on?
Unless it's Frank, I don't mess around in that division because my favorite fighter ain't in that division.
What you think about the Canelo and Jamal?
I feel like they're setting up Maul. But I mean, who knows? He could pull it off. I give him, in my honest opinion, out of 10, 6.5, 6.5. Out of 10 is normal himself. But I mean, if anybody can pull it off, I mean, it's the Charlos. But the writing on the wall is they're trying to do him like food. I'm really excited for this fight that's coming up because honestly, it is a good fight. And as boxing fans, that's why we got to change. Like, boxing fans are real disrespectful. They really are. And regardless of how you feel about Loma versus Haney, that was a good fight. And all you hear about is the controversy of who got. First of all, robberies close fights aren't robberies. But it sucks in the social media area that nobody talks about. Like, damn, that was a banger because it was, and hopefully this will be. And may the better man win. That's all I got.
No, I said that Devin won that fight, honestly. And I don't think that it was a bad performance. I said where he was gonna have issues at and it showed. That's why I said I hope he cleans up the left and work on the inside his inside offense. But I think that happens with every sport, to be fair. You know what I'm saying? Like in basketball, when you get late fouls, it's 99 to 98, and it's a late foul that shouldn't have been called. You know what I'm saying? We see it all the time every Sunday in
Real
football
quick,
games.
that whole boy, it's because my man, like, dude, I love the Charlos. I love the Charlos. Like, I really do. But he's been out for 2 years. He's been out for 2 years. And I mean, think about it. If that was your brother, if that was your cousin, wouldn't you want him to get a few fights in before you throw him in there? Like, I see the play, and only Maul can handle that. I'm not degrading him in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Because remember, he's the big Charlo. But it's just the circumstances, the way the planets are aligning. That's all that is. I do not diminish him as a fighter at all. I just don't like the way the planets are aligning and the way they got Canelo set up.
But I still think that Benavidez is on the table. I told y'all if I was Canelo, I would end with Benavidez. I would go out with a bang. So Jamal, I just don't like the mental space that Jamal is in. You know what I'm saying? Like I would rather, and to answer your question, Jannard Hill, you asked about has anyone seen any updates from Boo Boo? Him and Caleb Plant took a terrible beating from Benavidez. Thank you, Jannard. Okay, thank you for pointing that out. Yet y'all continue to just talk bad about my Boo Boo, but he healing, he okay. Caleb was actually at the fight. And I thought it was going to be a Caleb versus Jamal Charlo, to be honest with you. I would rather see that before Canelo. I would definitely rather see that. I'm just worried about Jamal's mental space, coach. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know he's the bigger Charlo and everything, the more skillful Charlo, but I don't know about
That's
his mental. Go ahead, coach.
no, that's what I'm worried about. Worried about too. Um, Unfortunately, it's obvious. He pulled it off. Great for him. And then you're gonna throw him in there with Canelo. Like, God forbid that I be concerned. I would like him to have one more fight in between. Like, does that? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm soft or I'm coddling or whatever. But I feel like I would like him to have at least one more fight in between because that man has been through some shit. And I mean, it is what it is. And the fact that they're trying to fast track him, I mean, yeah, it's a fight we want to see, but at the same time,
I say he
safety,
need
safety
another
comes
fight as well. I
first.
feel like he ain't there already. I feel like they did him with this fight worse than what it should be. I feel like two fights would be good for him. I feel like he should fight Benavidez first, then Charlo. Give Charlo a chance to adjust to 168. Like he was on 166 last fight. And it was fat. Give him another fight to just then another fight to come to you. It also make the fight bigger because it'd be a healthy Jamal Charlo. Like I thought they were going to let him fight Caleb Plant X and Canelo fight Benavidez. That's the way I thought it would be, but I guess I was wrong.
Well, we're definitely gonna see. So we've been on for an hour and a half. We cut into just due time. It's time for everybody to get their just due. Coach Amber, what's your last words, Queen, before we wrap this up?
As always, appreciate you, appreciate Upper, appreciate the chat. Thank you for letting me on. Always save me a seat at the table.
Peace to the Queen, man. We had some good boxing. We got a lot to talk about. It's been some breaking news. I'm getting some dings to my phone that I'll be able to share with you guys tomorrow. It's a lot of craziness going down. Canelo know what he's doing. He gonna what Benavidez unless he looks not so good. Zenith, I'm hoping that that's not true, but I can't say. Shout out to Zenith for coming through. Show mercy, Zenith. Elijah, Cash Crypto as always. King Maul isn't all the way right. Yet that's exactly why Canelo might fight him next. Y'all,
You know what's crazy, King? You know what's crazy?
what's up? What?
So Maul fights Canelo next, and that leaves Benavidez open to fight Morrell. And I bet no, but if Morrell beats Benavidez, I bet Canelo will fight Benavidez after that. I bet if Morrell beats Benavidez, I bet Canelo will fight Benavidez after that.
That'll be interesting, but I don't think Benavidez want that smoke. That whole boy, shout out to you, man. Shout out to All Things King. One of the day ones, one of the 10 toes down in the chat. Jermaine Wood, Charlo selling out for the bag. Man, sometimes it come to that again. Them belts can't feed your family. Calvin Elliott, I rock with Mal, but his trainer knows it's too early to get him with the wolves. Hey, man, talk to him. Shane Fraser, shout out to you, King Akilo Netter. Shout out, it's good to see you. Drizzy, I saw a fighter get killed in Chicago. Word? What part? Shout out to you, Drizzy. Thank you for coming through. Brian B. King, the king of the chat. Boxing is corrupted, so it's going to come with all kinds of energy. That's a fact. Talk to him. Frequent Flyer, I told y'all he was fighting Mal next. Y'all act like I was crazy. I didn't act like you was crazy. I just didn't want to see it. Jannard Hill, but shout out to you, Frequent. You said that, King. Jannard Hill, shout out to you. Thank you for coming through. Bullet Gibson, as always. Shout out to you, King. Let me see. 2 cents. Coach Amber, thank y'all for coming up to the chat.
He won't, Kawhi. He won't beat Morrell, Kawhi. That if is bad as hell. Go ahead, Chris.
Nah. David earned his spot. Talk to him, Coach. Let him know. They've been denying Benavidez for too long. Hey, I agree. Queen. Talk
They've been denying the Charlos even longer. But honestly, y'all, they've been denying the Charlos even longer. The Charlos chased Canelo through 2 divisions. Over 8 years of chasing them. They've been chasing Canelo since 2010.
That's crazy.
Like Jamel and Jamal, they've been chasing Canelo. Jamal chased him from 154 to 160 to 168. Canelo dropped his belt and gave it to Maul and became franchise. People forget that Maul had been in line.
Elijah, thank you for coming through, King. Shout out to the Super Chats, Big Dog Willie, and Strap Season. Of course, we'll end it this week with our picks, our last picks. Oh, Queen of Reina. Zenith Amshakur was way more money in a bigger fight than Regis, but they told us it's about legacy. Now that it's Matias, it's about money. You notice how I keep changing, Key Alexandria. I ain't got no, man. You know what it is, Zenith. I ain't got no more dog in that fight, bro. I'm treating Devin Haney now on as a 140 fighter. That's it, 140 and above. So I'll talk about all that separately now. Let them boys, continue to, they chase their own paths from now on. I don't want him interchange with anybody else. But I thank you guys for coming through. God bless you guys. I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. We starting off this Monday with a banger. It's going to continue to be great. I'm speaking it into existence. Upper, shout out to you. Thank you. I know you have been up to, not feeling well. But I'm glad that you came on today. Shout out to your family, your beautiful wife. Thank you for dedicating your time. I'm out, y'all. See y'all tomorrow.
I appreciate you. I'll see all y'all tomorrow, man.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. Raw Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He a straight up watch, I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was close, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more.
His brain's gone, nigga.
It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting.
We really hit it, nigga.
We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze, leaving nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleeding. I get the squeeze, leaving nigga bleeding. How about I leave them holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals.
Break that shit down, nigga.
AK or anybody kill him. Hop out, get the drilling and spilling. 7.62 gon' split him.
Bow, 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 bow.
FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eating bullet for dinner.
5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up.
SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple ops Draco. I got them all, you don't want no.
I got all those shits, nigga.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leaving nigga bleeding. I get this pussy, leaving nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it